Hi, kids. Okay, so Scream 2, released 1997, is the elaborate sequel to Scream. Do sequels suck? So, Scream came out and through word of mouth just slowly built through the box office, which was kind of rare at the time, even more rare maybe now. Um, for the box office growth to grow. Usually, after your opening weekend, you drop 30%, and so on and so forth. So it ended up making 173 million at the box office off of the $15 million budget it had. And then Kevin Williamson, when he sold the first screenplay for Scream, he had rough outlines for a trilogy. That was part of the selling point for selling the initial one, that if it's a success, you could have a franchise on your hands. So, and I believe they also optioned Wes Craven following the success. He signed a three-picture deal for Scream 2 and Scream 3, and then a film of his choosing that they would make. Music from the Heart is what he would want to make, a non-horror film he'd been dying to make for quite a long time. So Williamson also, as soon as people started offering him things, he took it all. So the time that he's writing Scream 2, he's also working on Dawson's Creek. He also said yes to rewriting the screenplay for the faculty. So very busy man. Um, Wrote a number of dummy scripts. So there's fake scripts out there, but the script, the real script, apparently reportedly leaked. Take everything with a grain of salt. The most well regarded leak that people think is accurate in that um, Cotton Weary and Mrs. Loomis are pulling the strings, and it is Sydney's new best friend, roommate, and her boyfriend are the killers, um, on the behalf of those other two. So you almost have like four killers, but who knows if that was legitimate or not. Some of those elements we see in later Scream films, like Scream 3, and then for Scream 2, everyone who's alive who can comes back. Because why wouldn't you? So this is the only Scream film to open with not a phone call, which I always found the opening of this film odd. It just feels off to me. And then realizing that is probably why, because it doesn't open with a phone call. But after the initial kill, we cut to Sydney, just like in the first one. We also have several other story beats being repeated. There's the second kill, and then you have the boyfriend showing up suspiciously right in time. In this case, he is a med student, so he has knowledge of the anatomy. He is attacked, but somehow no major arteries or anything are cut. So right away, again, we're throwing suspicion on the boyfriend early on in the film. And then there is a pattern. Gail discovers that there's a pattern. Killers are being, or the victims are being killed based on their names, based on the names of the victims from the first film. But as soon as that's discovered, the pattern is abandoned, so keeping you reeling. Um, and then, of course, we have to have other familiar elements like Dewey's theme, which is awesome, and Red Right Hand. Can't be a Scream film without you having those two musical elements. Commentary on horror films, of course, and their influence. Um, Randy has to explain the rules. Everyone is a suspect. Rest in peace, Randy. And then, of course, Sydney has a new best friend. So, she had Tatum. Tatum's killed. New best friend. She's killed as well. You have Dewey surviving miraculously an attack when we thought for sure he would be dead. Um, and then you have Sydney uh, shooting the killer in the head, just in case. Again, Also, the killers, you have one of them being a Loomis, out for revenge, and the other killer, maybe questionable motives, and the two killers have very different motives. Anyways, that's it for Scream 2. Do you like Scream 2 more than Scream 1? Why? Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.